And the Dobrenic channel is back, and tonight we are talking about Lake Mead. We are doing a Lake Mead update. We're going to do the whole Colorado, just so there's no confusion. And somebody's like, oh, all you do is talk about snowpack. Well, you know, the snow is what affects Lake Mead, so that's why we do that, because that's where you get your water from. So technically it's a Lake Mead update. So with that being said, I have some new graphs I want to show you guys that I made tonight, and I hope you enjoy them. We will be covering all the lakes on the Colorado and Green River. We also will be covering Blue Mesa, and with that being said, we're going to start out at Blue Mesa. As we roll out to Blue Mesa, the water level at Blue Mesa is 7,436.63 feet MSL Wednesday, April 6, 2022 at 12 a.m. The level is 82.37 feet below full pool of 7,519. This thing is on the rise, 0.3, as you see on my new graph here. It's fantastic. It's starting to rise. Finally, some good news instead of bad news. Let's roll over to the Flaming Gorge and see what those water levels currently are at. The Flaming Gorge water level is currently 6,018.76 feet MSL Wednesday, April 6, 2022 at 12 a.m. The level is 21.24 feet below full pool of 6,040 feet, and the lake is actually on the rise, 0.1, and this is on the rise as well, so that's good news. It's not much, but it's better than being on the decrease like Powell, which we're going to next. Lake Powell water level, the water level at Lake Powell is 3,522.98 feet MSL Wednesday, April 6, 2022, 12 a.m. The level is 177.02 feet below full pool of 3,700, and I will say that this was on the rise one day this week. I didn't have time to make a video, but it was a whopping staggering 0.1, but it has started to decrease as far as the droppage. It's only 0.04, so that's what's going on at Lake Powell, and it should start to bump up any day now. So as soon as it does, I'll probably be back on Saturday maybe with an update if it starts to rise. Let's go down to Lake Mead and see what's going on down at Lake Mead. Lake Mead water level. The water level at Lake Mead is 1,060.22 feet MSL Thursday, April 7, 2022 at 2 p.m. The level is 168.78 feet below full pool of 1,229, and this thing has really started to fall. It is down another 0.28 feet. On January 25th, the lake was at a high for this year, not the water year, but this year in particular. The lake level was at 1,067.32 feet. So since that date, the lake is at 1,060.22. The lake has fallen 7.1 feet. This is concerning. This is a trend that was going on upriver at Lake Powell, so this is not a good situation, and there is a decent snowpack. There's not a great snowpack. There is some hope in the future, so stick around to the end of the video to see the weather forecast that's coming, and it can get, especially this late in the year, there's a major snowstorm coming to the Colorados, is what I will say. We'll get to that in just a bit, but down to Lake Mojave we go, and the water levels currently at Lake Mojave are 643.04 feet MSL Thursday, April 7, 2022 at 11:45 a.m. The level is 3.96 feet below full pool of 647. Changes since yesterday. This thing is actually on the rise, 0.40 feet. This lake generally doesn't fluctuate much. Generally in September, November, then it starts to rise again the middle of November or so. Down to the posse down at Lake Havasu. Hello everybody down there. I hope Brad's doing well. I hope Supercharged 350 is doing well. And everybody else down there. You guys, hope you're doing well, and your lake level down there at Lake Havasu is 448.67 feet MSL Thursday, April 7, 2022 at 11:30 a.m. The level is 3.67 feet above full pool of 445 feet, so this thing is above the normal, and they're letting water out, and it changes since yesterday. The lake is on the rise, and it's 0.21 feet, and that is all I have for the lake levels. I hope you like my new graphs, and now we are rolling over to windy.com like we always do, and I want to start off at the European model here. As we roll over to windy.com, you can see that there is a big time snowstorm coming to the Colorado Rockies. This is a late snowstorm for this time of year. Denver's actually going to get in on the action. Now, Denver is on the other side of the divide, but this is going to be a good snowfall for everybody. 21 inches, a lot of snow in the next 10 days. 25 inches right along the divide here. And then we go over to Vail, 19 inches, and we go up to Steamboat Springs, and they're going to get a modest foot. And then we come down to Glenwood Springs and 19.9. Aspen over here, 25 inches, and Crest Butte, 22.4. And then we come down to Gunnison. Gunnison Lake is 14.4. Grand Junction, 8.2. That's a pretty good solid snow. We come up over here by the Flaming Gorge, just to the south, 9.5. And you can see that there's quite a bit of, there's going to be quite a bit of a snowstorm, especially right here as well, 13.2 in between Lake Mead and Lake Powell. That's fantastic news. The whole system here is going to get a lot. And we go over to rain accumulation, and you can see that there's going to be, if this equals rain, 2.44 inches of rain. That's a whole lot. We will see if this comes to pass. This is still quite a ways out. Even up here, they're talking about 1.25 inches in the next 10 days. Hopefully this is a pattern of things to come, because we were looking at the long range forecast not so long ago, and it was said this area was going to be dry as a bone. So we'll take what we can get, especially this time of year. So this is good positive news. Finally, some good news before the bad news. Let's go look at the snowpack, see what the snow is right now. I will say the snow depth here in Colorado, you still got a good, over here at Aspen, you still got 45 inches. This is good news. Now it's, if you look at the snow, it's the snowpack average for this time of year is 85%, and that's 96% of the total precipitation. So it's not a positive, but hey, 85% this late in the year, it's better than what's going on in California, where California is at 28% this time of year. So this is still fairly good, but generally the snow lasts a lot longer this time of year here. So you have to keep that in consideration. But so 85%, and then you get this big snow coming. So 41, let's say 46 at Vail, Aspen 47, and then down here as well 37. Steamboat Springs up here 31. That's what we got going on here. This is a decent snowpack, not a great snowpack, just about an average snowpack per se, just a little less than average is what we got going on here. So this big snowstorm will definitely help bring those numbers up. Let's hope that this comes to fruition. Let's hope this is what we needed to put us like at 100, 105%. That would be great. We'll see if this comes to fruition. You know how weather works. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. 10 days out, still a very long time. We go back to the snow depth. This is not, some of this is coming in the next 5, so there's a possibility, and none of it, not a whole lot's coming in the next 3. 1.4 in the next 3, 9.1 at Vail, and then 19. So a couple systems seems like it's going to push through within the next 5 to 10 days. So fingers are crossed. Sending good vibes tonight. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.